Hi, welcome to Yoga Warriors International. I'm Lucy, and today we're going to do a 20-minute practice for our hips and for relaxation. If you've been feeling really a lot of stress lately with the world and the way it is, this should help you. I want you to use the affirmations that I give to you. I'm going to repeat them 3 times, and if you could repeat them as well with me, that'd be awesome. And so this is a proven method. It's an evidence-based practice that helps us with stress and anxiety, and really good if you're a veteran or first responder. Is very helpful. So we're going to do slow dynamic movements, just a 20-minute practice, and we'll end with just a brief relaxation. All right, so let's head over to your mat and get started. So I'd like you just to kind of find yourself on your mat and just stretch out your legs, and you can just follow along with me, connecting with the breath. So if this is your first time in yoga, I want you to breathe through your nose. Try breathing in and exhale through your nose. Just do that a couple of times. And with your hands on your abdomen, sense the inhalation and how the abdomen raises up with the breath in, and it falls with the breath out. So try to get the breath out of the chest, right? We come to yoga and we're breathing in the chest. We're walking around, we're like gasping or sighing. But in yoga, we're trying to change that. We're trying to teach people to relax their mind through the breathing. So the breath is the bridge between the mind and body. Whatever your breath is doing, your mind will follow. So let's try and just relax that breath and learn again, relearn how babies breathe. When you were born, this is how you used to breathe. So we're relearning this. But in time, with stress and all the stuff that's going on, we start to hold our breath. We start to live in the chest, gasp up here. So we're trying just to calm the mind now. Take a breath in now and exhale through your mouth. Release. Inhale again, expand like there's a balloon in your abdomen. Exhale out through your mouth. We're going to do a tense relax. We're going to pull all the muscles of the face toward the tip of the nose. You can bring your arms down and squeezing all those muscles of the face. And then open your mouth, release your face. Pull your shoulders up off the floor, tense the shoulders. Exhale and release. Tensing the right arm, upper arm, lower arm, out through the fingers, tense the arm. Exhale and release. Tensing your left arm, upper arm, lower arm, out through the fingers, tense. Exhale and release. Tensing hips and buttocks, squeeze and tense, and lift up off the floor a little. Exhale and release. Tensing your right leg, upper leg, lower leg, out through the toes, tensing. Exhale and release. Tensing your left leg, upper leg, lower leg, out through the toes, tensing. Exhale and release. And then just tense everything. Bring it in. Tense, tense, tense. You can lift up off the floor and exhale and release. And then starting at the toes, relax your body from your toes through your feet. Soften through your legs and your hips and your torso, the shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, and fingertips. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes and come back into the space you're in. Bending your knees and hugging your knees into your chest, rocking over your back side to side. So if your knees are sensitive, you can hold on behind your knees and rock side to side here. Okay? Just hold on behind the knees and rock over your back. If you'd like, you can bring your legs around and circle around on the ceiling. So I always think like I have these pencils on the top of my knees and I'm going to roll around here. And this is a good massage for the low back and sacral area. So we want to just get in there and sort of soothe the back, because we hold a lot of tension in our backs without realizing it, right? We hold tension, we grind our teeth at night, all those things. Sometimes we don't even know it. But the body never lies. Go in the other direction. So you might feel, tightness, soreness. You might be tight in the back. It could be the neck, and especially in the hips. And we'll work on that. And go in both directions. Bring the knees in again. Again, you can hold on behind. You could lift your head and shoulders here, stretching the upper back and neck. And then just press those legs into your hands and straighten your elbows, and then pull them back in. This is good back work. And pressing your legs into your hands and bringing them back here. One more time, pressing outward and bring them back in. And lift your head and shoulders again. Tuck your chin down and then come down and take your arms out to the side. So if you're very new to yoga, this might be even hard for you to lift your legs like this. So you can keep your feet, I'll show you modifications, and keep your feet on the ground. So we're going to draw the knees to the right. We're going to look left. We're going to draw the knees to the left. We're going to look right. Everywhere I turn, I see healing. 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 Dropping your knees over to the right side. You can turn your left palm up now, and you can hold these legs down if that's comfortable. So you might want your knees up higher. You might feel more comfortable lower, or even way down like this, right? You might feel that. So everyone is different, and it's really, your flexibility really depends on the shape of your bones, because we're all made differently. So I wouldn't worry about it. Do what feels right to you. You want to feel a mild to moderate sensation in this posture on the outer hip, okay? Outer glute. And you're also feeling some compression maybe in the abdomen. So this is a stomach turner, abdominal squeeze. So you can look up, or you can look even towards your knees, and then you'll feel a mild to moderate stress here on the left side of your neck. Now, some of you might want to straighten your legs and make like an L shape. Some of you might want to straighten one leg, hold your knee or not hold your knee down, or your leg down like this, right? If this arm is up in the air a little, let it just kind of do its thing. But if it's bothering your shoulder, please put your hand on your waist to rest the shoulder. Okay, so find what works for you. And then coming back into center, take your time and rolling the knees to the left. Keep your palms down now, keep your arms down. And rolling the knees to the right. Look away from the knees. We're going to do the other side. But first, we're going to move in that slow rhythmic movement, which is good for your nervous system. Side to side, looking away. Everywhere I turn, I see healing. 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 Dropping the knees over to your left side here. Okay. And again, finding that happy place for you, turning right palm up. And as you may have noticed, I am repeating it 3 times for you. I say it once and then 3 times. It's 3 times. When we repeat this positive thought 3 times, it helps change that thinking brain. All right. We do this enough, and we start to change the brain from thinking negatively to thinking a little more positively. So take an exhale, release down to the floor, and breathe here. Now, again, your knees could be lower than mine. They could be higher than mine. And your knees could be straight, or one knee straight. And you could look towards the knee if that feels a little more comfortable here. And you want to hold the postures, right? because we are stretching the fascia, the connective tissue here. We want to give it a little time. Coming back up to center, bring your knees back into your chest, and then release the left leg, hug the right knee towards your underarm. Okay, this is good for your hip flexor. And then take the left knee in towards the underarm, stretch the right leg away, and just move here side to side. Okay, side to side. Give yourself a good squeeze on one side and then over towards the underarm on the other side. So I'm bringing the knee over to the side. Giving it a squeeze. Again, good for that hip flexor. One more time on each side. And then as you're ready, bring both knees in and then bring them both to the floor. And bring the small of your back down. Tilt your pelvis, press the small of your back down. Take the right heel above the left knee. So now I'm going to turn towards you like this so you can see that. It doesn't have to be the heel. It can be the ankle, the calf, whatever works for you. And you can modify this by pressing that right thigh out. Okay, so this is a leg cradle. You might feel more comfortable just like this, but this is gently opening up that right hip, pressing that right leg away to try to just stretch that right side there. Now, some of you are able to maybe lift this left foot up. Take this right arm inside the space you have, this triangle. Interlace your hands behind the left knee or in front of the left knee. Pull those legs in. This is called the leg cradle. And they have other names. Sometimes other practices have other names. You can lift your left leg if you want to, or just keep the knee bent. Okay, and that is opening up right hip. All right, so I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to come into my sweet edge. I'm going to pull that leg in. And here we affirm. I gently open in care for my inner self. I gently open in care for my inner self. I gently open in care for my inner self. I gently open in care for my inner self. Take a breath. And what I want you to do is be sure once you get into these poses that you watch the breath, okay, that you're breathing. All right, let's release that leg. And maybe bend and extend this right knee a few times. Help release things a little bit once you come out of that. Bringing right foot down, left foot or heel or calf right in front of that right knee, okay, or above that right knee. Use your left hand to modify pressing that thigh away, okay. Others, you can take your left arm inside that leg, inside those legs there, and pull in. You could even hold in front of the shin if that feels better. And you can even bring that right leg up. Flex the feet. Bring that into what I call the sweet edge. And that means you're coming in as close as you can until you say, that's about all I can do. You're feeling a sensation, and you want to feel that sensation on the outer hip or outer glute. You want to get to that sensation, but you'll know when it's all you can do. And then watch your breath. Breathe in and out through your nose. Try that. I gently open and care for my inner self. I gently open and care for my inner self. I gently open and care for my inner self. I gently open and care for my inner self. Pull it in a little more if you have a little more space, right? Go in a little bit more and hold that. And release your legs. All right, why don't you bend and extend that left knee gently, okay? Be mindful of the knees, moving that knee gently Just waking up that lower body here. Now take your feet to the ground. Take your feet as wide as the mat, okay, or wider. And drop the right knee towards left big toe. And drop the left knee towards right big toe. Keep one knee up and the other knee moves downward. All right, you can just go side to side here. Now, what I'm targeting here are the quadriceps in front of the thighs. If you want to try this, keep your right knee towards the floor. You can take your left foot and just gently press down. It kind of works as an assist for you, a self-assist. So now I'm feeling more stretch in this quadricep here, and I'm internally rotating the hips. Okay, so you hold that down and breathe here, and you can look up if you want, close your eyes if you want. And then bring that leg up and gently press that left knee down and take the right foot to the outside of the left thigh and press that down. And coming back up, and then bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself another squeeze here. And then take the left foot down and raise the right leg up. So here you can grab onto your leg, or if you have a yoga strap, and guess what? You can use a tie or a sash. You don't really need a yoga strap, right? So anything you have around the house, a belt, and because the backs of the legs get so tight, right? So I'm going to reach up with my right hand and I'm going to bend and extend that knee here. Okay. So I'm bending, extending that knee. I want to get some work in the back of that leg. So that's when you're going to start with bend, extend. You can hold the leg and do that without a prop. It's just the strap gives you good, what we call proprioception. It's pulling down, it's getting you out of your brain into your body, right? We use props in Yoga Warriors. If you come to these classes, have some blankets around, have a pillow around, have some props, you know, have a couple books, I don't know, something like that you can put your hands on. Have a sash, any old sash, any belt, or anything you can use for something like this. Hold that strap, walk your hands up or walk your hands up your legs, bring that leg in a little closer. Some of you might be able to just kind of bring that in just like that a little more. Now I'm feeling it more in the upper hamstring fibers, but I'm not going to bounce. I just hold that and breathe. And then release your leg. Take the other leg down next to it. See what the differences are. Notice the change on the right versus the left. All right, let's head over to the left leg. And I just put that strap around it and I'm just bending and extending this knee very gently, juicing up that knee joint, just moving slowly. And that slowly is the key, okay? Don't overdo it on these joints. So this is flexion and extension. And then reach up with your left hand as high as you can and hold that. And by the way, you can bend this right knee and hold that. Yoga Warriors International has been around since 2005. So we have hundreds of teachers and certainly thousands of students. So hold the strap with both hands, bring your arms back. See if you can get a little more stretch in those upper hamstring fibers, right? So if I pull back just a little bit, it comes up a little bit on, and I can really feel that muscle group back here getting a good extension. All right, let's release that leg down. Take a few moments right here. Bending the knees and rolling now to your side and coming back up. Okay, I'm just going to have you do a couple more things. And this is cat cow. So when I come into table position here, my knees under my hips, my wrist under my shoulders, I'm going to tuck the chin, round up the spine. Inhale, coming back up. Okay, just like this. But I'm going to have you move in that slow dynamic fashion. I'm going to tuck my chin around my spine. I'm going to go back into my heels. Now, if your knees bother you, you can put yourself on some blankets, like put a blanket under your knees. Exhale back, drop your lower arm bones. Inhale, so this is slow and rhythmic. Exhale. This is great for your spine. I'm scooping up, lifting the tailbone as I come up for cow. Exhale back for cat. Dropping those lower arms. Inhale up. And then come all the way back and into what's called child pose. So again, if your knees bother you, place something under that. You can take a few fists and stack them under your forehead. You can have your knees wide and touch your toes in the back, or you can even keep your feet apart, sit back, or you can keep your knees together and sit back. You'll know I like my knees apart and my toes touch. And again, you could use a few fists, or you could come down here. I rest in my capacity to trust and endure. I rest in my capacity to trust and endure. I rest in my capacity to trust and endure. I rest in my capacity to trust and endure. All right, as you're ready, come up, and it's a short practice. I want you to come back onto your backs, extend your leg, bring your arms out, take a breath in, exhale, and release down. You can close your eyes and look up at a point. And just imagine your body covered by a soft, warm quilt, and it's covering you up to your neck. It feels soft and warm and very relaxing. The soles of your feet are soft and warm and at rest. Your legs, your abdomen, your heart center, your shoulders, all the way to the crown of your head. And then deepen your breath. Just moving your fingers and toes and coming back into your seat. Roll to your side. Take your time and coming back up, pressing yourself up to your seat. If you want to close your eyes for a moment or look down, go ahead. Take a couple of breaths here. Namaste, everyone. And that means the divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day and keep checking back. I'm going to add on to this practice, like do a 20-minute practice once a week. So, and again, good for the hips, the legs, the everything, the core. So we'll be touching on everything. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. If you have any questions, let me know.